Hello and welcome to the Seeburger Media Expert Live webcast, and a warm welcome to today's topic, maximum protection when changing sensitive data. Warm welcome, good afternoon or good morning, and just briefly before we start with the presentation, let us have a quick view to our so-called housekeeping items. The documents today, as usual, will be recorded and we'll send you those within the next 2 or 3 days via Citrix. And you are warmly invited today to address your questions to our today's speaker. You know, it's your platform today, so it's our time for you to answer your questions, and you can use therefore the question and answer box you find on the right hand side. You can type in your questions and we'll handle the questions today that we collect them all, and at the end we've prepared a question and answer slot, and then we will discuss them with you. Referring to the questions, you can also address them when they came up after the session today to the experts at our Seeburger community. You know, you can register. For all of those who are not registered yet, you can register by yourself, and you have always then the possibility to discuss any issues related to Seeburger products or solutions with the experts there. Last but not least, we've prepared a really brief survey, only 3 questions, and would be really appreciate if you will answer them at the end of the session. But now I'm really happy here to have my colleague Stefan Hilb. He has prepared comprehensive information on our today's topic and has a live demo and really good information for you today, and for all of you now, a really interesting webcast, and I hand over to Stefan.
Yes, thank you, Ines, for this introduction, and also welcome from my side. So what we see here in the agenda, at the beginning we will have a quick introduction once to the Business Integration Suite, and then also into the cloud offering of Seeburger in general. We will take a look at some MFT scenarios, which then will refer to these cloud offerings. And then we will see a live demo. I will log into the Seeburger Cloud Portal, the Cloud Shop. We will see how we can book some services and how these services can then work, and how the secure attachment service works, how the secure data room works. We will see this later on. Afterwards, we will take a quick look at some case studies and have some time for a little question and answer session at the end. But now we will start with the introduction about the Business Integration Suite in general and the Seeburger Cloud Services. The Business Integration Suite, of course, it's the basis not only for our on-premise solutions, but also for our cloud offerings. Therefore, we take a look at this at the beginning. And you see here the BIS as the central platform for all integration activities. You see, it doesn't matter whether you're doing MFT or API scenarios or B2B, Industry 4.0 scenarios. It's always the BIS in the middle, our suite, that has all of these features and also can be used on premise and in the cloud. If you have previously listened into some of the webcasts, you probably saw this slide about the Gartner view. Like in earlier times, there were a lot of MFT solutions in the market and also some B2B or EAI focused solutions. But from the Gartner's view, they have introduced this multi-enterprise business process platform. And that is exactly where our Business Integration Suite comes in place, to have all of these features that you can see here a little bit more detailed, like the areas of the B2B integration with the traditional Seeburger history of connecting EDI, B2B partners, but also for exchanging engineering data or invoicing scenarios. We have the AP integration to connect either on-premise system or also to connect various cloud applications. And this is also something that you have available here with services, such connectors. And the third part here is this MFT integration. That is where we will have a strong focus today on some MFT scenarios and how they can be established with the cloud. However, this general view that you might have seen before with these 3 pillars we have kind of enlarged it a little bit to a broader scope to include these IoT Industry 4.0 or e-invoicing scenarios, or also ERP SAP scenarios, where we are offering a lot of add-on features to also enable here a much tighter integration and to support any initiatives of the digital transformation and to make your business more digital. So we have kind of enlarged these 3 main pillars of our software to this 6 main parts. Also for the digital transformation, of course, the cloud is always a very important topic, since some of the newer software or some new environments are only available in the cloud, and also the existing ERP or other business software providers also move a lot of their software in the cloud. What you see here are some of the main advantages, and in blue you see that the main part is that with the cloud you're just more flexible, since there are services that are not set up kind of by your technical people, but also that here in the cloud, people from the business unit, they are now able to book here some specific services for themselves and to without any IT involvement, to make sure that they can use some of these file exchange services. Of course, when setting up such scenarios in the cloud, you're usually much quicker and you are more innovative. Like you can think about new business models, how to use these services, how to leverage their features and benefits. So cloud in general is a very, very important part to support here the digital transformation, which everyone is talking about recently. Here you see a quick overview of the different types of cloud services that we will also take a look at today later in the live demo. Like the integration services, this is to connect any application to any application, whether this application is in the cloud or whether it's on premise, but the cloud can still be used to connect them. Then with the digital ecosystem, that is the history of where we come from at Seeburg, with the B2B EDI area to connect here these partners. And then services for the line of business. These are solutions where you can, without any technical involvement, select and book services like the secure data room, like Outlook attachments that can be sent secure. And that is what we will today see in the live demo again. Here's a quick overview about these typical type of cloud services that we have. We will take a closer look before the live demo, but here it's basically separated into such integration services, services that refer to the digital ecosystem, and services for the departments. Now, the next topic that we would like to quickly introduce are different scenarios in the MFT area. Like this, the demo that we'll see later on is referring to MFT scenarios, to file sharing scenarios. We have here some examples of scenarios that we consider here MFT scenarios and that we are offering in the cloud then. First, an ad hoc file exchange. That just means that people from the business have the possibility to just exchange any given data with anyone, external or internal. It could be a large data with multiple gigabytes, or it could be very sensitive data that needs to be transmitted secure. It's just important that the exchange is facilitated in a secure way and can be done ad hoc. A scheduled file exchange is just an automatic version of the previously mentioned file exchange, where the files are coming from an ERP, from any other business system, and then automatically can be distributed to multiple recipients. Like if a manufacturer of laptops sends every week, every Monday, some new images to his contract manufacturers or anything, that could be a case for such a scheduled file exchange. But we won't take a look at this today. The collaboration is an area which we will take a look at today, like if different people need to access the same data, need to be sure that they are working based on the same construction level, on the same version of the document, then you need scenarios, you need a tool to facilitate this collaboration. And then the integrated file exchange to allow some synchronization between different applications, but that is something which will also not be the focus for today. Now, for two of the scenarios, like this secure attachment for Outlook and for the secure data room, we have prepared so-called access videos that show a little bit the flow or the way that the data is transmitted. And I would just say a few words while this video is running. So for the secure attachment for Outlook, that is kind of a scenario where you can send mails and you can kind of deliver your partner these files. So with using emails, of course, that is unsafe and you are limited to small values. You have free file sharing services to exchange data, but also usually that's not encrypted. There is not a lot of transparency what's happening. Or if you set up an own file exchange system, that of course causes huge costs and is not so easy to implement. So therefore, we have delivered or we have prepared the service secure attachments for Outlook that is secure, simple, and cost-effective. Here you can see your company that wants to exchange data and can use the cloud to do this. Like if you want this file to be transmitted to your partners, you would use a mail, and you can here select in your mail the type of attachment that you want to send. But the attachment itself is uploaded to the cloud and not sent via mail, but it is securely uploaded to the cloud area, to some secure area. While your mail is being sent to your partners, you have here a link included, you can have passwords included, and also the cloud service itself can send a password so that that's coming from different areas. And then your partner can download this data based on the password and on the link that he has received. It goes for files up to 4 gigabytes. You can also provide an upload link so that your partner can provide data to you. That's also about 4 gigabytes large. And of course, you get notifications about all of these transfers. So you have the full control of what has been exchanged. The whole service is secure, based on the file exchange technology of Seeburger, based on certified data centers. It includes antivirus scan, it includes encrypted transmission and storage. Also, it's a simple service, as you are using just your emails in Outlook and not any additional tool. You can book this service and just install the add-in to the Outlook, and also it's cost effective due to the fact that you don't have any software, hardware, administration costs, and you just have a monthly invoice for the number of active users. So that's the secure attachment for Outlook. We will take a look at this service also in a live demo, but before we do that, we also see a quick access video of the secure data room service. And these access videos are also available later on to you. Like for the secure data room, it means that you have a secure area where the data can be stored and exchanged with partners. Like the same problem is to exchange the data efficiently and safely, or also if you want to access the same data, you and your partners, there you need some technology like the secure data room. First, you can upload your data to your secure data room. Here you see a screen where a lot of data is already stored. And then from that easy to use web interface, you can create download permits that are sent to your partners, and the partner can safely download the files. Of course, a mobile app is also available, which probably would allow you to be on site your customer and then on the spot prepare with your mobile app some download links so that he can retrieve data from the secure data room from the Seeburger Cloud. It also allows files up to 4 GB in size. There are notifications about all transfers, so you can really see who has provided links, who has downloaded links. You can be sure that the files have been received. And you can also use this secure data room to share the files within people from your own company. This is what we'll see also later on in the live demo. Other than this, it's the same features like for the secure attachments. It's secure, based on the file exchange technology, based on virus scan, encrypted transmission storage. It's simple to set up. You can use it anywhere you want, also mobile enabled, and it's cost effective out of the same reasons that we mentioned in the secure attachments. So having shown this, it's now time to see the live demo for these two tools, the secure attachments and the secure data room. So here, before we dive into the demo, again, the service portfolio, and I'm just showing this because these are kind of the services that you now can see directly in the Seeburger Cloud. You can see some of these that can be booked, and you will see the secure data room and the secure attachment service like it looks in the cloud. So I will just have to close this presentation for a moment. And here, I will log in to the Seeburger Cloud. So basically, the company, if your company has signed up for the cloud, in that case, it's company Seeburger, and I'm a user of Seeburger, and I'm logging in now to my cloud account. So I'll have to switch to English language. So I have my username, password, and now I'm logging in to the Seeburger Cloud. So what I see here are default apps. That is what every member, every employee of this company can see. In the My Company area, I can also see here like different users that are set up. I can see probable services that I can use and company information. And then in the Cloud Shop, if I go there, here I can see the services that I could probably, as an employee in the business area, could book for myself. I see here that there are some cloud services available, like an EDI service for GTS, for the global trade, or a B2B full service, which are not booked yet by my company. But if I look here, for example, at the secure data room or at the community survey, here I can see that this is a service that was booked kind of a few months ago. The secure data room is a service that was booked some time ago, also in July. And if I would want to use such a service for myself, then I could just say, just click on it, and I could say I want to request access. I see here the description of this secure data room service. Also, again, the access video. I can see some details of this product. And then I can request access. And this request will be forwarded then to the administrator or to the administrator of this company. So the company who has signed up for the cloud, for the Seeburger Cloud, of course, has some administrator, someone who can allow the different people of the company to use these services. So once I have requested access, I can see here in the area, my apps, that now I can use this secure data room service. Also, I have requested already before this presentation, I have requested access to the secure attachments for Outlook and also to the Windows plugin for the secure data room, which you also see later on. If I look at the secure data room, I will really connect to this application. If I go to the secure attachments for Outlook, for example, there is not really anything here in this Cloud Shop other than a download link. Because since this is an app or an add-in to the Outlook, you need to download this client to add to your Outlook, this add-in, and then the service is available in the background already. For the secure data room, that is something, if I go to the secure data room, I can see now my area that I have, where I have all my files available in a secure area. And from here, I can now prepare download permits. I can share these files. For example, if I have an external partner and I want them to, I want to provide here some access video or the setup file or anything to this partner, then I can just select this one and I can say, I want to create a download permit and send it to my partner. In this case, I send it to myself. Also ask for a copy. It will be valid for 5 days, and 3 times I would be able to download this file. I don't want a specific password at this point in time. Say next. And then there is some predefined mail that can be sent, but I can also modify here and explain why someone gets this for download. If not, it's just a predefined text block. That includes then also this link. I can say whether I want to send this permit directly from the file exchange server, or I can also open it in my local mail client so that the file or that this download link is sent from my mail address, not from the file exchange mail address. But for me, it's fine to have it sent out by the server. And now the recipient of this email has received some mail saying that he is allowed to download this file. So I will just go to my client here. Yeah, and here I already see a file is available for download from the secure data room. And if I click on here, I can then here download this file. I can here download this and start locally. I think from my browser settings, you see that there is still a German line in it, but that's from the browser settings. So it's downloaded, this file, and now I could use it. But as we have seen previously in the scenario description, it's not just to be able to download files or to prepare download links for other people outside, but we can also use this collaboration scenario. And I can just say that I want to share here some information like this Meet the Expert folder. I can also say that I want to share this folder with some of my colleagues, that they can also see the files that are in here. So if I manage to share, I've already here some recipients there, but I can add another recipient and say that also, yeah, this lady should have the possibility kind of to read or to provide permits and to view what's in this folder. And I say, okay. And now I see that these 4 that I have provided the possibility for these 4 colleagues to subscribe to this folder and to access my data. I see that they did not yet subscribe to it, because they probably know that it's just for some presentation scenario, but usually they would subscribe to it. And to subscribe, that would go over here with the subscriptions, like here on my side. If I go on my subscriptions, then I can see and I can review if anyone else has provided me with any subscriptions. So I see, okay, this colleague, she has here also provided here a folder called drafts, and she allows me to access this folder. So I subscribe to this folder. And now I have the possibility to also look here in the documents that she has shared with me, if there was anything in this folder already. Yeah, just some tests. And under my shares, this is where I can always see all folders or everything that I have provided to my colleagues or where I want to share with them. So that's the secure data room that you can log in directly in the cloud and work here with your secure data room. These two are these download links to work with your local tools in this data room. Like, you don't have to sign up, or you don't have to log into the cloud here anytime you want to exchange data, but you can also just use here, like in your Explorer, there is this secure data room plugin, and then I see here with the secure data room that I have here the same file structure, my files, my subscription, whatever I have on the secure data room, I can see it here in my local Explorer. And there I see here this drafts folder that I have just subscribed to. Now I can also here plain work in my Explorer to look at these data. And I can also go in here and I go to this Meet the Expert folder. I can look at some details, or I can go here and I can prepare here download permits, upload permits. Now you see this in German because I have a German Windows and a German Explorer, but in your case it would be then the local language, usually English, where you can then provide folders, and you can create here also download permits and provide here the information how long it's valid, and if you have a password and how you want to send it, to whom you want to provide it. So it's completely integrated. You don't have to log in to the cloud, to your data room to work with it, but you can also work with it here from your local Explorer. Now the last tool that we have taken a look at, that was the secure attachment for Outlook. So if I say here that I want to create a new mail, so in that case, on my laptop, you see that there are some German words due to the fact that I use a German mail client, but I think you're all very familiar with the way that the Outlook looks like, so it should be fine. So if you want to create a new mail, you can also here click on Secure Attachments, and then you can select here from your local folders which file you want to send. And I'm here just selecting one of these access videos. Take the English one. I'll select it. Don't want to zip it. And then I get here within my mails also the features, whether I want to send it the zip password or whether I want to make a password in general, and I want to, or whether I want to get some confirmation after the download. So if I send this again to me, I'll say test, then I will receive this as a plain email with a download link for the attachment that I have selected. So I can say send. Then you've seen in the background, the file is uploaded to the secure data room. And here I get the mail, and I'm able now here to download that attachment that has been sent. So you can just work with the Outlook plugin and with the Explorer plugin to integrate this large file exchange features, and the files in the background, they are transferred secure, and you can transfer files up to 4 GB, which, yeah, with a usual mail client, you don't have this option. Also, in the Outlook plugin, if you select a new mail and you want to add some attachment to your mail, usually your Outlook will also block this. You'll see it's not working. Sometimes your Outlook gets an information that it's too large, and then the secure attachment will also give you the option whether you want to use the secure attachment instead. I think that file was just a little too large, so it will take a little bit until yes. Here, the secure attachment has now seen that the file that you want to transfer is exceeding the limits of your mail client. So therefore, you can just select, yes, I want to use secure attachments, or No. And if you want to use secure attachments, then you can select it here again, and your large file is then included into the file. Yeah, so that's the feature of this secure attachment for Outlook, how it works. You have seen the Windows plugin, and you have seen the data room, the secure data room itself, where you can store all your data secure and can provide it then also either with download link externally or via shares and subscriptions to your internal people that work with you in the same project groups or anywhere together. So that brings me back to the presentation here with the services that we have seen and with a lot of other cloud services that you have also seen that could be booked in the cloud shop, but so far we only have taken a look at these two. Now, at the end of this presentation, I will just refer to a few references, case studies where this technology is used. Like one is the German company Leoni, where they are using also the BIS integration server and this file exchange technology to mainly exchange technical drawings, but not only, but basically for all of their data that they exchange with their engineering partners, they use then this solution. Yeah, the benefits that they have was that they actually could in a very short time frame set this up, and it's completely integrated into the workplace of their people, like with these tools like the secure attachments or the plugin for the Explorer. Rumpf is another company using this file exchange technology, and they use the software mainly to distribute information to their field staff and also exchange a lot of sensitive data like drawings and contracts. And what they did also is that they not only used it externally, but also internally, basically both features that we have seen today. And another user of this file exchange technology with the Business Integration Suite is Würth. Yeah, large company. They also included then they made integration also with their existing B2B middleware. So they didn't only use this file exchange software like we've seen it today, but also integrated with the B2B middleware to have your automated scenarios. And yeah, we're using it to distribute price catalogs, for example, to more than 10,000 clients. So it's also a very big scope here, that area. And that brings me to the point where I'm checking if there is any questions that we could answer, anything that we should take a deeper look at.
Yes, thanks so much, Stefan, for providing us those precious insights to our today's topic. Let us have a quick view at the question and answer box. Actually, I can see no questions from our attendees, so I suggest we skip forward to the preview, to the next webcast, and to all attendees, you have still a few minutes if there are still questions coming up. And at this point, again, the hint to our Seeburger community, or if you have questions afterwards this webcast today. Next week, we will have, due to a German bank holiday, no webcast, but we have the next one at the 7th of November. And the topic will be the Seeburger B2B Cloud, the way towards EDI 4.0. And you're warmly invited to join this webcast as well. And if you want to have more information on that topic, you can enter the seeburger.com webpage, and under the menu option events, you find this webcast with more details, and also have the possibility to register via the webpage. So I checked the box again. We have no questions. So at this point, I would like to thank you for joining this webcast today. And If you have questions, I mentioned the community as well, you can send it to me or to my colleague, Dirk Rüger, and we'll forward then the questions to our today's speaker. And for all of you, a really nice day today. Have a good week and take care. And from our side, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.